Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. Look, if you have less than a 700 credit score, I'm going to tell you the best credit cards you should be going after in 2022, alright? And there's a reason you should be going after these credit cards, because once you get these credit cards, then other financial institutions will be open to give you higher limit credit cards, alright? Now, the first credit card we're talking about is the Wells Fargo Reflect Card, as well as the Wells Fargo Active Card. Now, the reason I'm telling you about Wells Fargo is because Wells Fargo, they pull FICO 9, okay? Full FICO 9 experience. Now, the interesting thing about these here two cards, these are like interest-free loans. Okay, so if you know you're starting up a business, or you're trying to raise some capital for a little investment or rehab project or whatever, these are the best cards to go after with Wells Fargo. The Wells Fargo Reflect Card and the Wells Fargo Active Card. Now, here's the situation. With the Wells Fargo Reflect Card, they give you 21 months. 21 months of no interest, and also on balance transfers, okay? Then on the Wells Fargo Active Card, they give you 15 months of no interest and balance transfer, all right? Now, the average credit score to get this, you're looking at maybe about a 680 or higher. But again, like I said, you don't have to have that 700, 720 credit score for this. Another thing that I want you all to keep in mind as I tell you about these credit cards, one of the biggest things that keep people from getting the higher limit credit cards is because of their debt to income ratio, and they have too many open revolving accounts, okay? Now, understand, with Wells Fargo, these credit cards are stated income also, all right? And we're going to talk more about that. So let's talk about the next credit card. The next credit card is the U.S. Bank Cash Plus Visa and the Platinum, U.S. Bank Platinum. They're also TransUnion, mostly FICO 9. I know it's FICO 9. TransUnion, sometimes they may pull your Experian, right? But it's FICO 9. Now, their Cash Plus Visa is 15 months, no interest, balance transfer. And then on the Platinum, it's 18 months, all right? Like I said, I'm showing you where the money at. Again, you might be trying to start a business. You may be trying to do a rehab project. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you may need the cash. And one of the good things about these here banks, all right, when they give you the credit card, they may also send, I know U.S. Bank, they'll send you out checks. So if you need to liquidate the credit card, then I know with U.S. Bank, they're definitely going to send you out checks, all right? And the average credit score for this, if you have between a 680, 690 credit score, you should be able to get these two credit cards, all right? Now, the next one is the Navy Federal Platinum Card. The reason I'm talking about the Navy Federal Platinum Card is because, again, Navy Federal, for their credit cards, pull TransUnion FICO 9. We're always going after the low-hanging fruit, okay? Now, with their Platinum credit card, they have a balance transfer of for 12 months, 0 interest, right? But here's the thing about it. With Navy Federal, again, it's not about the credit score, it's about the internal score with Navy Federal. So that internal score going anywhere from 100 up to 450. And so how do you build up that internal score? Well, I always tell you, with the internal score with Navy Federal, you want to at least have the flagship checking account. You want to have a savings account, and in your savings account, you want to try to make deposits in it as often as possible. So if you can make $25, $50 a week in that savings account, as well as that flagship account, that's going to help you. Also, if you're able to do direct deposit, that's also going to help you. Now, another thing with Navy Federal, of course, if you have very bad credit or whatever, of course they'll give you like the end rewards, right? And then the end rewards turn into the rewards. But you want to go after that Platinum because of balance transfer. So again, to build up that that internal score, if you're able to do direct deposit, if you're able to have that flagship checking account, that savings account, making sure you're making those deposits, weekly deposits into those accounts. If you're able to get a pledge loan, okay. Now, some people may ask, well, how many pledge loans I need to have or how much? The pledge loan starts at about $250. I would tell you, I've made a video about the pledge loan hack or whatever, to help you to actually maximize your loans, as well as being able to position yourself, again, to get higher limit credit cards with Navy Federal. All right. So the internal score with Navy Federal is very important. All right. Now, here's something else. Let's talk about PenFed. Now, PenFed, they pull Equifax FICO 9. All right. They pull Equifax FICO 9. Now, they have the gold visa. Now, with PenFed, again, they're not as forgiving as Navy Federal, but with a 620 credit score, you still should be able to get a credit card from them. Anybody that's looking at the video, put it in the comment section. Which credit card did you go out? Did you go out to the balance transfer for 12 months with PenFed? Let us know what's going on with those data points, all right? Now, here's something that I want to switch it up. Getting away from that FICO 9, we're going to talk about the American Express. By the way, most of these credit cards, they should have a pre-approval, so you're able to get pre-qualified before you actually pull the trigger, so you won't get that hard inquiry. And then American Express, I made a video about this, where you don't even have to have an account with American Express. You can just go to Google, make sure you're not logged in and stuff like that. Put in your information and it will tell you what credit cards you're pre-approved for. Now, the best credit cards with American Express, like I said, because they got in the balance transfer game. All right, so they have the American Express, the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card, and then they have the Cash Magnet. Now, unfortunately, with American Express, it's FICO 8, okay? They're doing a hard pull on the FICO 8. But what, again, like I said, you pre-qualify before you pull the trigger, all right? Now, they pull FICO 8, Experian, and the TransUnion, okay? So that's very important. Now, again, with American Express, here's your situation. You can get credit cards with American Express with a 660 credit score. All right, so that's for sure. I know I've seen that happen plenty of times. Now, they have the balance transfer and purchases is up to 15 months. All right, that's huge for these two cards to get 0% interest up to 15 months. These are the credit cards you want, because you want to keep as much money in your pocket as possible. So that's the reason that you want these here credit cards. All right, now, here's another one that you want to check out, and that's the Apple Card. Now, with the Apple Card, again, you're looking at TransUnion FICO 9, but a pre-approval, low-hanging fruit, and a lot of people end up getting high limits with the Apple Card, okay? And sometimes you're able to get away with getting approved with the Apple Card without getting a hard inquiry on the credit file, okay? So that's what you want to take a look at. Sorry about that. You have the GM card. I always talk about Goldman Sachs. It's another Goldman Sachs card. Apple is a Goldman Sachs card. The GM Rewards MasterCard is a Goldman Sachs. So both of those are FICO 9 TransUnion. All right. So you want to definitely take a look at those two cards. All right. Now, in reference for some of you all, you may want to consider, depends on your credit score. Now, with the GM, at least having a 680 credit score to get approved for that. There's one other card I wanted to share with you, and that's First National Bank of Omaha. Okay, now keep in mind with First National Bank of Omaha, it's not nationwide like the other cards are. Some states it may be restricted. They may not service the state, so just keep that in mind. But it is a Experian FICO 9. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit, personal credit, click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.